Hi, my name is Hamid. I'm a certified instructor at ASM Educational Center. We're located at Rockford, Maryland. Our website is www.asmedu.com. Today I'm going to talk about Cisco CCNA NAT Configuration. So let me explain what we have in these pictures. We have a local area 192.168.91.64/26. So /26 means 255.255.25192. That means 62 IP address. I'm going to explain more details. So we have a private IP address. We have a router. This is 65, 66, 7, and this is last octet 126. And this is a public IP address. 102.0.1.108 subnet ID with .109 and 110. But the ISP has given 6 public IP address: 198.118.151.97, 198.18.151.102/29. /29, if you work the math, will be 255.255.248. Okay, so we want to make sure that these PC can ping this PC here at the ISP. So we're going to talk about NAT. Now, if you remember, NAT means what? Network Address Translation. Remember that we have a private IP address. We have network 10. This is the range of private IP address. This is 172.16, 172.31.255. That's another one. 192.168. So these are considered private IP address. Okay. The goal is that to convert your private IP address to public IP address so that your internet can go out. Now I have two kind. One is called dynamic NAT, and one is called what? Static NAT. Okay. Dynamic NAT, use it when you need your private IPs go out to internet. Okay, again, dynamic has a 2 flavor. Suppose I have a 6 private and then ISP give you only 6 public, then all 6 can go out. Now part B, flavor number B, suppose I have 62 private and ISP only give you 6 public. In this case, you must use the keyword overload. We're going to see this later on in our configuration. You gotta understand this, very important. This concept is called PAT. PAT means what? Port Address Translation. That means you're going to use one of the IP address with different port number. So we have dynamic, then we have a static. What's a static mean? Static means use it when you need the internet people come to your web server that is located in your private LAN or DMZ like 10.10.10.1. In this case, you need to use what? Static NAT. Okay? Now here's the lobbies again. We have given ISP given to this IPS 6 public IPS. We have .97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102 with the /29. If you use the math, remember /29 means what? 255.255.248 means all 1000. Here I have 62 internal IP addresses that need to go what? Also ISP is given 62 what? Private IP addresses. Remember that? This was a /26, that's private, and these are was what? Right here, public. Okay, so if you go back to here again, so these are given to you. All right, so I have 62 internal IPs and then you go out in the class in the diagram we have what? /26. A /26, it means what? 255.251.92. So that means what? These numbers 120. So it's going to be block of what? 64. So if this is 64, is the first beginning is going to be 65. No, this is block of 64. Then next one is going to be what? 128. Next one is going to be 128. So 127 is going to be broadcast, and 126 is going to be what? Your what? Private IP address. So it's going from 65 to 126. That's what we did in the diagram. Look at this: 65, 66, 67. The last octet is 126. Okay. So let's go look at our router right now. Okay, before we do the things, I'll go to my packet tracer. Again, this is my diagram. I'll go to router 1, enable. I just want to show what we see. Have a show IP int what brief. We already configured that everything for you, so I just want to show you what we have. This is 192.168.91.26. this is my what? F00 LAN, and S00 we have this one, which is this number 192.1.0.1.108. okay, 108 is subnet ID, 109 is that right here. Now let's see if I can ping the other stuff. We have done all of that. Let's see if we can ping 192.0.1.1110, because this 109 is, I want to make sure I can ping ISP. All of these has been what? Configured for you. Oops. Alright, now we have a problem here. Okay, let's see. My ISP is, I have IP address, enable, show IP int brief. Okay. It says up. Let me go try again. Okay. So there's a problem here. Let me go fix it. Router 1. Show run. This is F00 right here. See, this is 192 is. F01 nothing there. And 192.1.0 that slash 252, which is correct. Okay. Let me see. Oh, 192. I made a mistake. This should be, I'm sorry about 192. Okay. So I made a mistake. So life is good right now. Okay. Now let's go to PC1. Let's see if I can ping this ISP. I should not be able to do. Why? Because I have not configured any what? Any NAT yet. So if I type in IP config, I can see that this is 66 is me's and 120 is my default gateway. Let's see if I can ping default gateway. Ping 192.168.91.126. I can ping default gateway, okay, which is good. Now I'm trying to ping what? The public IP address ISP. So I'm going to ping, which is right here, 192.0.1.1110. As you see, I cannot ping that. Why is that? Because I have to do what? NAT. Okay? So, you see is what? Timeout. Alright. So let's go to my notes. There's a step-by-step is we have to do that. Step 1, look what happened. Define the pool of inside global address. This is the terminology that Cisco uses. Inside global address, that means you want to talk about what? Public address. These are, you want to define your public IP address. That inside local address will be translated. So I have to let the router know who is the public IP address. Hint. Now look at this. Always start with what? IP NAT question mark. So I go to router 1 config T. IP NAT question mark, right? Then I'm going to start with the word what? Pool. Pool question mark and so on. So let's do that right now. I go to router 1. So I'm going to say config T IP NAT, always IP NAT question mark. So I want to start with what? Pool first. Again, remember on exam, anytime you see the word pool, that's the corresponding public IP address question mark. I need a word. The word is very important. I use a capital CCNA. So it's a case sensitive. You gotta be careful. CCNA question mark. Start IP address. Now, according to my diagram, if you look at the diagram, here's my IP address. This is given by ISP 198.18.151.97. So I'm gonna write this down. Router 1. So 198.18.151.97 question mark, what I need, and IP address. So n is going to be what? 198.18 dot right here. If I move this down, 151 right here, 151.102 question mark. Now look at this. You gotta put a what? The word net mask. Don't put a what? Start the net mask question mark. After that, then I need what? The subnet mask. Okay. Now this is a slash what? 29 means what? 255.255.248. So I'm going to say 255.255.255.248. Okay. Very good. Enter. Control C. Always check your work. Show run. You go down. It's right here. So anytime you see this IP NAT pool CCN, anytime you see word pool CCN, remember that this represents what? Public what? IP address. Again, you want to check your work. 198.18.67. I'm saying 97 to 198.18.161.102. So it goes from what? 97. Okay, you gotta be careful to what? 102. So that take care of that. That's my what step 1 is. Okay, so here's my notes again. Oops, sorry, but I went too much. Okay, so step 1 is define the pool of inside global address, public address. So when I do all this step right here, here's my show IP NAT pool CCNA. This is the beginning of IP address, this is the end of IP address, and that's what subnet mask. Hint: anytime you see the word pool, it will tell you that's public IP address. So anytime you say show run, you see the word pool, that means what? It's a public what? IP address. Step 2. Define the source of inside local address that bind it to the system defined part. So now what we have to do, we have to define source of what? Inside local address. So always give me IP NAT question mark. That means IP NAT question mark. Then you're going to use what? The word inside. So let's do router 1. Okay. So this is step 2 right now. Config space T IP NAT question mark. Okay. What I need, the word what? Inside question mark. What I need, the word what? Source question mark. What I need now, here look what happened. You have choice of list or what? Static. List means access list. In case you want to do static, like we were talking now, so you gotta use the word static. So I'm going to use the word what? List. This is very important. List. Okay, see, a specific access list. Describe logo as. Now you have to imagine when you say list, and later on you have to define access list. List question mark. Now I gotta put a number. I'm gonna put a 1 question mark. Now look what happened. Now you have choice of pool and interface. Now let's stop here. Right now I'm going to use the word pool because I have what? Pool. In case ISP does not give you a pool of IP address, remember that in my diagram? I'm sorry about that. In my diagram, we had a what? If I look at the diagram right now, we have a pool of IP address. Okay. In case ISP just give you a single IP address, you're going to use what? Interface. So I'm going to say pool question mark. Now I got to use what? A word. Word has to be same capital CCNA right here. Capital CCNA question mark. Then here you have to use overload. Why is that? Because we have a lot internal IPs. I have only what? 6 public. If you don't use overload, only 6 people can go out. So overload means, remember, that means what? Path, port address translation. Control Z, show run. I come down, I check it. Again, this means pool, that means public IP address. This is defining what? Your inside location. Now as soon as you see list 1, that will trigger your mind that you have to what? Access this. And that access has to define this gentleman, has to define this internal. Okay, so I'll go back to my notes again. You come down, all of that with all the command. Hint: if ISP is giving you the single IP address under list 1 question, I will use what? Interface S0. I gotta use my own interface. So after list 1, when you put instead of pool right here, you're gonna use what? Interface. Hint: when you see the word list, you should that tell you that I need access to 1. That will define your local address. So step 3 is define your access this one. Now remember that from before in our video, if you have a /26, the trick was what? You write 255.255.255.5 minus the subnet mask, which is 255.255.192. 000 is your what? Wildcard. So what you have to do, you have to say config T access list question mark 1 permit. Here you gotta put a subnet ID. Now look at the diagram again. What's the subnet ID? This is .65, 66, 67. If you do the math, the subnet will be .64. So back to the note. So you gotta say what? Access list question mark 1 permit. You gotta put the subnet ID right here, and this is your what? Wildcard. So let me do it. I'll go to router 1. Okay. So config T access list question mark. I'm gonna use a 1 question mark. I'm gonna use the word what? Permit question mark. Now I need the what? Address. What's the address? Right here, which is 192.168.91.64. So 192.168. Oops, sorry about that. 68.192.168.91.64 question mark. Now I need wildcard 0.0.0.63. Remember that the wildcard was what, 63. So double check the work 192.169.164 and that. Press enter. Okay, Control Z. Let's check the work. Show run. So you read it. This the first line represent what? Pool. That represent public IP address. This list 1 means what? This one. This is defining which traffic can go out to where? Internet. Right now only these people can go out. So this number has to match with this number on an exam. You have to be careful. Okay? So that's that part. And we do all of that. I have done that. Okay? And here's now here, look what happened in my notes. I intentionally put the wrong subnet ID, but the IIS will fix it. So when I put the subnet ID, see I put what? 69. If you put 69, the correct one is what? 64. But when I say show run, the ISP does that. So I just want to show you that in case you made a mistake, if you put 69 or something like that, the ISP will fix it. But try always put a what? Subnet ID right here. Okay? Now step 4. Tell router which size inside and which size outside. Okay? Is outside, and to make sure that you should be under interface and give like this. You have to say int f00 IP NAT question mark or inside, int s0 IP NAT outside. Because when I look at the diagram right here, so this is look at diagram. This is my router right here. You have to tell which side is inside, which one is outside, because the router does not know. So I go back to here, and you have to do under interface. So I go back to here, config space T. INTF00, same concept. You gotta say what? IP NAT question mark. This is the first part with the global configuration with IP NAT question mark, blah blah blah. Now here we do interface IP NAT question mark. So I'm gonna say what? Inside question mark. Okay. Now then I say the INTS00 IP NAT space question mark. Again here you're gonna say what? Outside. So Control Z, show run. I go all the way down, I check the work. Now look at here, when I check the work, this is what we have here, what we have before here. This is S00 IP NAT outside, IP NAT what? Inside. Okay, so that's so far so good. Okay, so this part we've done that. Okay, the last part we have to do, which I've done all of that. Here's my show run is again IP NAT inside. Be careful on exam. If you see this, you gotta make sure this inside should be under F00 and outside should be under F00. So be careful. This has to be inside and what? Outside. Okay. Again, pool means what? Public IP address. This list 1 means only these people can get out. Last 2 steps is done to check and make sure life is good. So make sure your router has what? Sorry, but I gotta fix this. Make sure your router has a default route to what? ISP. Okay, because look at the diagram here. I wanted these people go out. These people did not know. This route has a default router to this guy. So I'm gonna go back to here. So I'm gonna say what? Config T IP route. Default route will be 0.0.0. Remember 0.0.0.0 question mark. I can use a next hop address or my what? Interface, doesn't matter. So I'm going to use next hop, which is what? 192.0.1.1110. Okay? So when I say show run, again, what do we have? Inside for F00, we have what? IP NAT outside. For F00 we have a pool public, we have source list 1 which correspond to that right here, and this is my what? Default route is. Okay, so that means when I say show IP route, I'm going to see a default route. Any route that's not a route time goes to ISP. Alright, okay, well done. So that's why I did all of that. And here I use what? S0. It doesn't matter, I can use my own interface or I can use what? Next one. Now if I go and check the ping, let's go try to ping it. Okay, so I try to that. And also you gotta make sure that ISP, make sure that ISP has what? Oops, sorry, I jumped too much. I apologize right here. Okay, step 5. Now make sure your router has a default route to ISP, which I did that step 5, right? Step 6. Make sure ISP knows network, so ISP will need a static route back to what? Network. Because when I go to try to ping again, let's go and see if we can ping. So when I use the up arrow key, look what happened. It does not work. Why not? Look at this, it's not working. Because if I go back here, remember that ping is what? Echo and echo reply. It has to go and ISMB come back. It goes all the way to here, but it doesn't know how to get back because this guy does not know how to get back to this network. So ISP also need a static route back to the what? Router 1. Now here's a trick part. You have to be careful. Okay? Now look at my notes. So step 6, make sure ISP knows your network too. So ISP will need a static route back to the network. So you guys say config T IP route question mark. You put destination. Now which things you gotta do? Here you have to be careful. You have to use a public IP address. So look at the diagram. Oops, sorry about that. I'm right here. I want to go back to this network. So I gotta go what? Watch this. Enable config T as an IP route question mark. I need the destination network. I cannot put 192.168.91 because ISO does not the private IP. So I gotta do what? The public IP address, which corresponds to what? To this network. So the public IP address will be 198.18.151. This is 97, so 96 will be subnet things ID question mark. Now I need destination mask. Destination mask will be what? 255.255.255.248 question mark. Now I can use my own interface or next hop, or next IP. So I'm going to use what? S0 site 0. Okay. So show IP route. I see that ISP has a static route back to the what? This guy. Now let's see if it works right now. If I go back to here, up arrow key, ping. Aha, ping is working. Okay, great. Now if I go back to router 1, watch this. If I say show IP NAT translation, I can see a bunch of translation. Okay, again, this is inside local. That's my private IP address. And that's what inside global, and that's outside local and outside global. So I see that life is good, so it's working. That's what we have in my notes right now. Okay, when I ping it, I get result back. All life is good, and show IP NAT. Okay, so here's a summary. So let me write down summary. So I go to router 1. I type in show run. Watch this again. Show run. The key you have to look for. You look under F00, you gotta put IP NAT inside, that's that one. Under what? INTS00, you gotta say what? IP NAT outside, great. As soon as you pull, that represents what? The public IP, this is the beginning, that's the end of the public IP. As soon as access list 1, that represents who can go out. These are the define your private IP address, because if you look at the diagram, this was my private IP address, okay? And then you need default route to ISP. Okay, very good. Now let's say I give you another challenge to you guys to look at my notes. Okay, so this is short on IP NAT inside, IP NAT outside, and all that good stuff. Hint: if ISP is giving you single IP address again, then you don't need to put statement. So be careful. If ISP give a single IP address, you don't need this statement at all. The first statement. And also your second statement will be like this statement. Let me fix this. Sorry about that. Oops. Okay. IP NAT inside right here. See, IP NAT says source instead of list 1. I'm going to use list 1. I put a question instead of pool. I'm going to use what? INTS0 or key overload. Okay. So if ISP give a single IP, all you have to put what? Interface S00. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to add another LAN to my F00. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I minimize this. Let's say life is good, business is good, okay? So you have a new LAN right now. Let's say this LAN, and this network is going to be 10.10.10.0/24, and I have a bunch of PC here. So I'm going to bring a PC here. Oops. So we have, let's say, I don't know, PC, oops, sorry about that. PC4, PC5. Okay, I'm going to connect cable from that. This is straight through cable. I go from PC4 to this guy. Then I go, this is straight through cable from PC5 to that guy. Okay, then I'm going to connect from here like that to F01. Okay, so I'm going to put F01 right here, F0/1, and I'm going to give 100.100. Okay, so this IP address I'm going to give right here, desktop IP 10.10.10.4 with 255.255.255.0, 10.10.10.100. That's this one. This one, this is 5 is 10.10.10.5, 255.255.255.0, and 10.10.10.100. Okay, so the goal is you want to make sure that you start a new line. You want to make sure these guys be able to go to internet. So what we have to do first, we have to go give F001 no shot. So I go back to here, because remember now you have to say what? Let's start with that. Show IP int brief. So I gotta say config t int F0/1 right here. See that there's no IP address. I gotta say no shot IP address 10.10.10.100 with 255.255.255.0. Okay, and no shot. I think I did no shot. Okay, so show IP int brief. Oops, sorry about that. Show IP int brief. Okay, so I have that. So let me go to PC4. I close that one. I go to command prompt. I type in IP config. Let's see if I can ping my default gate. Ping 10.10.10.100. Okay, I can ping default gate, which is good. Now let's see if I can ping the ISP. Ping 192.0. Sorry about that. .0.1.1110. And I cannot ping that. Why is that? Because I gotta do same concept what I did. Now here's the trick is, okay? Now look at this. Let's say ping goes. It's not working, okay? The trick is when you go to router 1, let's look at the router 1 show run. The trick is when you say show run, you come down. The trick is here is inside. Guess what? I gotta put what? This is IP NAT inside is. I gotta put IP NAT inside for this guy because that's my inside network. So this is that outside. Now here, a lot of people is gonna say what? IP NAT inside access list 2, blah blah blah. Then put access list like here 2. That's extra work. You don't have to do it. Now watch this. All you have to do is access is 1 permit 191 is that. All you have to say what? Access is 1 permit what? Network what? Right here. 10.10.10.10 and 0.0.5.5.5. Then 0.0.0.255. Okay. Now look at this, because by default there is something called below this called what? Implicit deny, because only this network can get out. So this network cannot get out. So all I have to do just add access list to here. No need to put IP NAT inside list 2 and then write access 2. If you do that, it's going to work, but that's extra work is. So let's do as follows. So you're going to do what? Config t int F0/1. Okay. Then you guys say what? IP NAT inside exit. Then you're going to say what? Access list 1 question mark permit question mark. I want to allow what? What network? Right here. Network right here. See that? 10.10.10 10.10.10.0 question mark. Now wildcard with /24 is going to be what? 0.0.0.255. Control Z, show run. I check the word. Look at here. This inside, that's good. F01, that's inside, that's good. S00, that's outside, that's good. Then all you have to do, IP access, all you have to put extra limit. Okay. Now I should be able to ping from PC4 to that. Let's see, I can ping it. Yes, I can do that. Now if I go back to the router 1, if I say show IP NAT IP NAT what? Translation, and I can see that. See, network 10 has been translated. Okay, I hope that's been beneficial for you. Again, if you have a question or comment, please visit our website at asmed.com. Our phone number is 301-984-7400, and please let us know if you enjoying these videos. And this is our web pages, and when you go to our web page, on the blogs, you're going to see that CCNA blog right here. And when you go on the CCNA blogs, you're going to see everything we've mentioned. That, like here, this is like one of the old one, GRE tunnel. We have PPP. Now the good thing is that when you click here on GRE tunnel, you'll be able not only to see you also the notes right here. We put everything for you guys. And also if you click here, you're going to get the PDF of that, and also you're going to have that the video. So later on, I'm going to post that. Everything's going to be ready for you guys. Thank you so much, and you have a good day. Bye bye.